Hi, I'm Dr. Rob Godby. I teach at JCUB across 2 degrees, the Masters of Education and the Bachelor of Business Administration. My role is to teach across a variety of subjects, primarily related to human behaviour, education and learning. My background is in corporate and adult learning, and my research profile is focused on learning in multicultural teams in organisations. So I think for an Australian teacher, the benefits of studying a combined Masters of Education with a Masters of Business Administration are twofold. Firstly, if you think about being a teacher and in your current role, there's a huge amount that you can do to strengthen your teaching practice. The way that you plan, that you design, that you teach in the classroom, but also how you assess your teaching as well. That end-to-end process can really be strengthened by doing this degree, particularly building on the experience that you've already gained in the classroom. So it'll really solidify that experience and take it one step up. But beyond that, these degrees will prepare you for your future role, your next career step. It might be that you're seeking a more senior role in your school or your educational environment, and it will really prepare you to be able to make more solid and robust decisions, evidence-based decisions, in that more senior role. I think studying a joint degree offers you a really unique advantage when it comes to seeking your next job opportunity or moving up the ladder of where you're currently working. Might be a school or something like that. Firstly, the Masters of Education, that's going to really deepen your knowledge of learning science, but also the policy and best practice of teaching, not only at schools, but also within organisations as well. On the side of the MBA, well, that's going to really broaden your knowledge and your exposure and your understanding of not only learning and educational related topics, but really how organisations, including schools, but other types of organisations, run, and how to do that from a much more holistic process. So the beauty of doing a joint degree like this one is you go deep with the exposure to the education side of your role, but you also go wide in terms of being able to make decisions that draw upon a far broader field of experience that you would gain through the MBA side of things. So for teachers that are potentially thinking about leaving the teaching industry in the future, this joint degree offers some really great opportunities. First and foremost, I think it's important to consider your role as an educator and what that can mean for your career, because education occurs outside of school skills, and teachers have highly transferable skills that can be applied in many other environments outside of your traditional primary and high school. So quite often, teachers that are thinking about leaving that teaching environment can get some great roles working in organisations in learning and educational focused roles. Again, that might be related to, planning, designing, facilitating and assessing the learning experience for employees within an organisation rather than students at a school. So post-graduation, a joint degree, Master of Education, Master of Business Administration, can take you many places beyond your current teaching role. Firstly, within your school environment, well, it's going to prepare you for a more senior role and most likely a leadership role within a school, deputy principal, principal, or a more regionally focused role within the schooling system. However, there are many roles from a governmental perspective that this degree would open you up to. It might be working in a policy-focused role or perhaps a curriculum design role, overseeing the design of curriculum for many schools in our state or in our country. Beyond your school and government-related roles, there are many roles in business that these degrees open the door to you to consider. you might be involved in the learning and development department of a large or medium-sized organisation where you facilitate training, where you coach and teach people within the organisation in a whole range of areas. It could be systems, it could be behaviour, it could be technical, it could be soft skills. And being a teacher gives you a really great background and foundation to be able to do that in organisations. There are other roles in organisations as well, things like talent manager, organisational development manager, instructional designer. Perhaps you have an interest in e-learning and would like to get more involved in the design of online curriculum. There are many opportunities that this degree could lead you to, and it's really up to you as to what you would pursue and how you would use the degree to do that. So I think there are a couple of reasons why JCU Brisbane is a great place to study a Masters of Education combined with an MBA. Now, the first reason is that we're the only university in Queensland that offers this joint degree. So I think that's a great reason to do it here. But beyond that, there are a couple of characteristics of JCU Brisbane that I think are really an important part of the learning experience that our postgraduate students have. And part of that is about the size of our campus. We are a relatively small campus, which means that our groups tend to be reasonable in size. That allows for you to get some first-hand contact with our lecturing staff, and there is some fantastic support here in terms of academic support and also social support that really help our students do the best that they can through their degree that you might not always experience in these very, very large university campuses. Apart from that, there is an international flavour at JCU Brisbane, so you would have the opportunity to rub shoulders with teaching professionals from other countries. And I think that's a fantastic opportunity to broaden your own horizons, learn from teaching practices in other places, and also the diverse element of the culture here makes it a lot more fun.